Hello, Gene Schwimmer here. Welcome to today's vlog. I'm going to show you a video today. This is going to be one of the most heartbreaking, inspiring, but ultimately courageous video you have ever seen. I'm hoping that those of you who watch this will share it. If you don't want to share my vlog, I mean, that would be nice, but you can go to the article that I linked to in the comments section, and then you could forward the actual article or the video to whomever you want to. Now, before I show you the video, I just have to set it up. I have to review a term I mentioned in a past video, or tell somebody for the first time if you're a new visitor. The term is preference cascade. Now, what is a preference cascade? The prime example would be Romania. When Romania was communist under the Ceausescu regime, he and his wife ruled with an iron hand. If you're talking about a repressive communist regime, that's your prime example. He would, like your typical dictator, give these speeches in these large public plazas that were basically compulsory, that people had to attend. So you'd have these enormous crowds who would listen politely to the dictator and applaud, and they would not say what they really felt because the person next to them could be a secret policeman who would arrest them, and then they would be tortured, killed. Bad things would happen to them. They also would wonder, I suppose, whether they were the only one thinking what they were thinking, because nobody would speak and everybody would applaud. What happened in Romania was that one day, one person had it. Ceausescu was giving his typical speech. Everybody was applauding. Everybody was listening intently or pretending to, until one person in that enormous plaza of hundreds of thousands of people shouted out, "Death to the dictator," or "Down with Ceausescu," something like that. He expected to get arrested immediately, but he had reached the end of his rope, so he just shouted out what he really felt. But what happened, instead of somebody arresting him, a second person shouted out, "Death to the dictator," or "Death to Ceausescu." I don't remember the precise quote of what was shouted, but after that second person, then a third person, and then the entire plaza, everybody was shouting at the same time. And to fast forward to the ultimate result, Ceausescu and his wife were dragged out and shot because the people had had enough. One person triggered what you call a preference cascade, an avalanche of opinion that starts with one person being courageous enough to speak up, and then others joining that person, and then getting physical and ultimately taking out the dictator. The reason I mention that is because something that I hope is the same thing is happening, or just happened, in China. That's what is in this video. I'm hoping it's the start of another preference cascade. I'm not going to hold my breath. Now watch this video, watch the whole thing. It's in Chinese, obviously, but there are subtitles. Watch the whole thing.
同胞，因为武汉这个事情，武汉这个瘟疫，都是有计谋、有计划发出来这个瘟疫，牺牲的是我们平民老百姓，我的家人。我的父母在家等死，没有人关心我们平民老百姓的性命，有钱也买不到药，有钱也买不到病房。然后香港同胞，你们独立我支持，台湾独立我也支持，西藏、香港独立都支持，摆脱共产党的邪恶手爪。 腐败的政权、邪恶的社会，没有一个人可以自由发声，没有一个人，只有一个人自由发声，就去警察局喝茶、拘留、判刑。法律是他们判的，他们能说判几多年就能判几多年，律师都没有用的，有一个正义的律师都会关起来，他不会为正生儿说话，因为他们有邪恶的政权压迫下不能正的说话。我要告诉你们，一个人牺牲，两个人牺牲，革命肯定是有血有肉来牺牲。我想站出来，我暴露出来，我就要站出来，我就要牺牲，为我的父母，为我的家人，为我以后的后代可以自由的生活。我发声，我也很危险，我也知道，但是我已经受不了了，没有病床，没有医药， CCTV 讲的那个新闻全部都是假的，全部。他们的吼声，他们的叫声，我看到了。我要发声，我要为我自己发声，我要为我武汉的人民发声，我要为中国同胞发声。就是有养老金，他们想把这个养老金废掉，搞这些事情，这种邪恶的政权，我真的不。
I am sure after watching that video that you understand why I am asking all of you to share it with as many people as possible. One reason is this woman's personal safety. If her video is not publicized, if her face is not publicized, then the Chinese police, as she said, they will probably just pick her up, the secret police, and she will never be seen or heard from again. That is the primary reason to distribute that video as far as possible so everybody can see what the Chinese are doing if they do something, just as the whole world has been watching their actions regarding Hong Kong, and I am sure that this scrutiny by the world community has restrained the Chinese, that they are not doing a fraction of what they would be doing if they thought that nobody was looking. So that is the main reason, please, to distribute this video. But also because, as I said, I hope it will start a preference cascade. I hope that millions of Chinese, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of Chinese will see what this woman has done and emulate her, because that is the other way, number one, to protect her. If you have so many people joining her that the Chinese police cannot arrest them all, and also the more people that there are whom the Chinese are arresting, the more visible what they are doing becomes to the rest of the world. That's another reason why I think it is important. So again, please share the video. I would really appreciate it. I know that woman would appreciate it. And I'll just make one more comment about our liberal friends, because you hear this phrase, speaking truth to power. And what is it? That's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a congresswoman getting paid hundreds of $1,000s a year salary, plus she's probably got a book deal in the future. She's got a lot of campaign funds. I don't know if you know this, but when you retire, any campaign funds that you have not spent, they're yours. You can keep them. So she is a multi-millionaire. But I'm not just talking about her. I'm talking about these snowflake college students who also, they march around and they hold up signs and they talk about speaking truth to power. They say Donald Trump is a bad guy or whatever, and they say they are speaking truth to power. If you have any liberal friends, I would urge you to share this video with them too, not just for the obvious reasons that I gave before, but also so they can see what speaking truth to power really is, to see the real speaking truth to power. When you say something at the risk of your own life, when you publicly call for taking out the Communist Party in China, you're a Chinese citizen publicly calling for the end of the Chinese Communist Party. That is speaking truth to power. And with that, I say goodbye for today. Thumbs up if you like this video. Share it with anybody you think would also like the video, or if you want to help this Chinese woman, if you want to get the message out. If you have any comments, you can put comments in the comment section below the video, as well as any questions you might have, suggestions for future topics. And you could finally subscribe. I would love you to subscribe. And, well, that wasn't really finally. This is finally. And finally, come back and see me again. I look forward to seeing all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.